Today we're going to use this Barreto 712 micro trencher to dig a ditch as part of our French drain installation. Stick with us. Hi and welcome to the Handyverse, where we turn to DIY as a first resort, share what we learn with you, and hopefully inspire you to help you and improve your own living space. So today we're putting in a French drain. It's a big project. Going to try and get as much of it done today as I can. Hopefully this is a one-part episode. It may turn into two. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, first thing is to get the trencher and dig out the path where the French drain is going to go. Actually, the first step is to get the trencher out of the car. I actually took the trencher home from Home Depot in the car. I rented it from there. They had a bit of a laugh, helped me load it in, but it fit. And we got it home. So I got to haul that out and start it up. No problem. We have a Barreto 712 MT here, and how you start this thing is to turn on the switch here, set your throttle to 1/3, put your choke on if it's cold start, turn on your fuel, flip the switch at the top, and then you give it a pull. Took about an hour to get to here. It wasn't too bad. Rocks were not bad. But what I did run into was a lot of concrete blocks. I don't know what they had here before, but this is all concrete, foundation or a pad that they had buried underneath here. So that made it take a lot longer than it probably should have. Anyway, through that part now. That should be the worst of it, and now we got to move over to that side. So it turns out they did have a pipe in this. I didn't realize that. That's okay, we're still going to dig it out. It doesn't have any fabric around it to prevent silt from getting in. And on the other end, it doesn't have an exit anywhere. It doesn't drain to anything. So it just comes out here to the middle of the front yard and stops. So we're still going to dig all that up. Got it out to the road, didn't time lapse it because I was on a roll, so I still need to do this hill here by hand, but I did this up as high as I could from down there and then down as far as I could go from up here, and now I'm just on my way back up to the backyard, making it deeper and wider. I've got this all cleaned off, but I just wanted to go over some of the controls so you can be familiar with them if you ever go to rent something like this in the future. There's a lever on each side, and the instructions for those are right on the whatever you call this thing, the base. But anyway, basic idea is it only will trench in reverse, and this here side controls the trencher. You pull it towards you to use it in normal mode. But if you hit a rock or anything like that and you get hung up, you can push it forward and it'll turn the chain the other way and help dislodge anything that you run into. On this side, this controls the wheels. So if you're in forward, obviously it'll go forward. It goes ahead quite fast. I've been turning down the throttle, which is down here, when I went into forward mode, just to make it a bit more reasonable. But you need to go full throttle when you're doing reverse and trenching. It goes really slow backwards, but that's a good thing. And once you have it down here in reverse, you're able to use this side to control the chain on the trencher itself. Pretty neat little rig. It's difficult to turn. To turn it, if you need to make a sharp turn, you actually come down to the wheels and you need to pull that out, and you can see those pins there right here. This wheel will now spin freely, so if I went forward, for instance, this will stay still and it'll pivot on this wheel, because the other side will drive it forward. The only other thing is the trencher depth, and that is set by these notches here and this bar. And it's kind of hard to show you, but if you push this out, it disengages it, and then if you push down on the back, you can lift it up and it should snap in. There it goes into the next notch down. And now on the front you can see that the trenching chain is down lower than this wheel, so when you start it up again, you would lift it a little bit more, start trenching, and then lower it down into the ground until the wheel makes contact. That's it for today. I've got done what I needed to get done with this trencher. It was a big help. I'm not sure I would have made it if I was trying to do this with a shovel, because I had about 150 feet to trench, and I'd probably only be about 10 feet long right now if it wasn't for this thing. If you found this helpful, hit like. If you want to see the rest of the French drain installation, hit subscribe and make sure you ring the bell so you get notifications whenever we post a video. And we'll see you in the next time. Just gotta get this loaded up, back in the car, drop it off to Home Depot.